International Biosphere Reserve Day 2023. International Day for Biosphere Reserve 2023, celebrated on November 3rd, highlights the critical importance of biosphere reserves in safeguarding our environment and promoting sustainability. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization (UNESCO) partnered with the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change and the National Center for Sustainable Coastal Management recently concluded the 10th South and Central Asia Biosphere Reserve Network meeting (SACAM) in Chennai, India. Theme of the meeting, Ridge to Reef, facilitated collaboration on sustainable environmental practices in South and Central Asia. The event brought together experts, policymakers and stakeholders from all walks of life, highlighting the latest initiatives and challenges in biosphere reserve management. The International Day for Biosphere Reserves celebrates the role of biosphere reserves in conserving biodiversity and promoting sustainable development. It was established by UNESCO in 2022 to be observed annually on November 3. The theme for the second UNESCO International Day for Biosphere Reserves on November 3, 2023 is #It's About Life. It aims to raise awareness, share best practices and showcase the achievements of the World Network of Biosphere Reserves (WNBR). Biosphere Reserves. The UNESCO Man and Biosphere (MAB) program is an intergovernmental scientific program that aims to establish a scientific basis for enhancing the relationship between people and their environments. The World Network of Biosphere Reserves promotes North-South and South-South collaboration and includes 748 biosphere reserves in 134 countries, including 23 transboundary sites. They aim to enhance nature conservation, reduce the environmental footprint, and keep the ecological carrying capacity of our natural ecosystems intact. These are learning places for sustainable development and sites for testing interdisciplinary approaches to understanding and managing changes and interactions between social and ecological systems, including conflict prevention and management of biodiversity. Biosphere reserves include terrestrial, marine and coastal ecosystems. Biosphere reserves consist of three main zones. The core area is the strictly protected zone where natural processes and biodiversity are preserved. The buffer zone surrounds the core area, where human activities are compatible with conservation and research activities. The transition area is the outermost zone where sustainable development and human well-being are promoted. Biosphere reserves are nominated by national governments and remain under the sovereign jurisdiction of the states where they are located. Biosphere reserves are also supported by other United Nations agencies, for example, the United Nations Development Programme, the United Nations Environment Programme, as well as the International Union for Conservation of Nature. Biosphere reserves in India. There are 18 biosphere reserves in India. However, 12 of these reserves are recognized by UNESCO's MAB program. These reserves are Coal Desert, Nanda Devi, Kangchenjunga, Dihang Debang, Manas, Dibru Saikhowa, Nokrek, Panna, Pachmadi, Achanakmar Amarkantak, Run of Kutch, Simlipal, Sundarban, Seshachalam, Agastya Malay, Nilgiri, Gulf of Mannar and the Great Nicobar. The Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve, established in 1986, is the first biosphere reserve in India. The Great Run of Kutch is the largest biosphere reserve of India.